trying to do that Puddin's Fab Shop kind of vibe today. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, and we do have one of these. It's got everything within reason that you could possibly need to know to not only get this bike running, but to keep it running after you've gotten it running. And we got routine maintenance, refer to chapter 7 for details. I'm telling you, this has got everything you can imagine, but what we're after right here is your quick glance maintenance adjustments and capacities. Gearbox contact breakers, valve clearances right here. Boom. And we're gonna scroll right over, and it varies from year to year. We're gonna go with this one right here. So the TX and XS's, later models, 2 and 4 thousandths. Sounds a little on the tight side for some people, but I know some old school fellas that actually worked for Yamaha back then, and they say that is the ticket, because these bikes were not necessarily quiet when they were running right. So that's what we're going to go with. So we'll sit the book back here for reference. And now, next step, so we got to bust these guys off here. Let's get this wiring up here and out of the way. So we'll take these guys off, this guy off, all the way around. Won't take but a minute. Right there, 14 maybe? No, way off, way off. Watch, I'll jump into 12 and it'll be a 13. No, it's 12, okay. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna bust this nut loose right here. Don't use the 12 volt side, use your open inside. Jiminy Christmas. And I'm gonna hold that, and I'm gonna back this off because we can do this with our fingers. And we're gonna grab our feeler gauge, and we're going for 2 thousandths on the intake. So we just barely got in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, all right, we got some nice drag. Oh, so we got a nice drag there. We'll bring this guy in. Nice drag. I'm gonna leave that in there. And then I don't think, unfortunately, in this set of wrenches I've got right here, I don't believe yeah, the smallest ones I got's an 8. And I think that thing's like something ridiculously small. They have this information in this book. If I take a minute and sit here and read through it, I could probably find the information. I just am impatient. But this 5/32 Craftsman grabs the hold over just fine. So that's what we're going to use. So back this off again. Just starts to grab. I'm going to back it off a hair and bring this in. Alright. And then bring this guy in. And this guy in. And just put a little attention so it don't start sinking down in there. You got a little bit of drag, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, snug it. I'm going to call that good. No, I'm not. I'll bring that back one more time. She needs just a little more. Make sure I got my 2. Yeah. gooder. And you might not even be able to tell, because I mean we're splitting hairs here as far as, oh, hang on, let me try and do this where you can still see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna pull this guy right here. I'll just put a little tension on it this way. And while I've got tension going the other way, I'm up, because I don't want it to tighten down on there. And yeah, that's better. And then I'll put this guy on her one more time, like that. Yeah, that's good. And double check it with the feeler gauge. I think you can still see what I'm doing here. Just a little bit of drag, that's all I'm looking for. Alright, now we're going to repeat the process on the exhaust. And this is going to be very similar to the same kind of sort of process with the timing chain tensioners, but I don't believe it is as quite scientifical. No feeler gauges, it's just kind of by touch, if I remember correctly. And we're going to take this wiring harness and pull it out, so that I can use it to hold this light up. So you can see what I'm doing. And boom. Alright. And this one's going to be 4 thousandths. So we're going to use the 4 thousandth shim. It's upside down, but I promise it's that one. And this one is very loose. I would be willing to bet I can probably get at least a 6 in there. Let's see. So we got 2 and 4. Here's a 7. Let's try 7. Yeah, with these. Let's try. Let's jump up to a 10. Now I'm curious. Alright, so can't easily get a 10 in there. What about a 9? Because the 7 went in there with ease. Yeah, I mean, it's at about 9 thousandths. That's what it's set to, basically, at this point. Alright, so let's get back to the 2 and 4. Right here. And let's break her loose. Like I said, same deal as the last one. We're gonna okay. Let's try right here. Bite on it and maybe not. Damn, okay. Alright, so 12. Let me see if I can get a socket in there. Now I'm going to have to scoot you out of the way a little bit. I'll put my fancy Harbor Freight ratchet on here. This is another one of those ones. 10 out of 10 recommend. I've had this thing for years. I've got multiple of them. It seems silly when you first look at it, and then you use it a couple times, you're like, I love this thing. There we go. So, there we go. all of the torques on it. All of them. Alright, now let's get our 4,000ths gauge right here. And we're going to bring her in. Because she was loose as hell. That's crazy how tight that thing was. I don't think the torque setting per the book, I'm just going to try something real quick. This tighter. I'm on that good. Alright, let's give it a good little. And hit her with the 4 again. Yeah, no, that's good. I was about to say it's a little tight, but no, that's good. I'm happy with that. That's better.